When Deliverance first dropped for me, I wasn't really feeling it. It seems to lack a sense of oomph in a way. It may just be an animation thing or the sound direction they chose to go with the raid weapons in general, but I would have never expected Bungie to drop a kinetic fusion into the game at all. With our first taste being a raid weapon, it makes so much sense. People have been calling Deliverance main ingredient 2.0 for very good reason. In PvP, this thing rips. In PvE, it's a super solid option. This one is great, and in this video, we're going to be talking all about it. This weapon drops some of the first and third encounters and has some pretty unique perks on offer, so let's go ahead and dive on in and take a closer look at Deliverance, the kinetic fusion rifle. I am JT Goonie, and if you guys are new here and you enjoy this Destiny weapon review, consider getting subscribed because I make videos just like this, so stick around and join the community. We'd love to have you. Alright, let's go ahead and talk stats. Precision frames honestly have never really been my favorite, but I think I'm coming around to them. Got some pretty awesome stats at the base on this one, and it is pretty close to main ingredient, to be honest with you. We've got a base impact of 80, 66 range, which can be bumped by a barrel and mag perk, 57 stability, which is a little bit more than the main ingredient, 39 handling, and 41 reload speed, but we can definitely improve that reload speed by adding a few perks. This one fits in line with the main ingredient being that precision frame, but it does have a very slight advantage in a few of the base stats. It may not be super noticeable like when you're just out slaying trash ads, but it's still a slight bump when you're speccing out for some of these perks. Alright, so let's talk about why everyone is in love with this weapon. For the barrel perk, I'm going to go with hammer forged or small bore, with extended barrel also being an awesome option. Corkscrew rifle is also an S tier with a +4 to range, stability, and handling, but hammer forged gives you +9 range, so it's all up to you on what you want to spec out for. For the magazine, projection fuse is going to be crazy with an additional +9 bump to range, or you could go the stability route and get particle repeater for that massive +9 bump in stability. For PvP, perk 1, we have options like Demolitionist, Heating Up, Perpetual Motion, and Steady Hands. With this being a stasis weapon, Demolitionist is going to be absolutely nutty for you stasis hunters out there with the Renewal Grasps, because generating grenade energy every time you land a kill will be super useful in those sticky situations. If you like to be super accurate with your fusion rifles, Heating Up is another great perk to have in this slot. 2 stacks of Heating Up will give this fusion a bonus 30 stability and decrease the accuracy cone by about 30%, making it an absolute laser. And with the range that this thing has, you can hit from some pretty decent ranges. In perk 2, I'm looking specifically at Harmony, Adrenaline Junkie, Successful Warm-Up, and Tap the Trigger. Harmony is going to be my #1 pick for this weapon because you are getting an absolutely massive 20% bump to that weapon damage and +15 handling for a full 7 seconds, which can one-shot enemies at optimum range. I love Harmony. I used it on Shire's Wrath, and honestly, it's one of my top 5 favorite perks to take into PvP, obviously depending on the weapon. Adrenaline Junkie is going to be another S tier option in the perk 2 slot, giving it a bump to damage by either getting a kill with the weapon or a grenade kill. Successful Warm-Up is a great option when paired with Heating Up because it buffs the weapon's charge time by 37.5%, which is huge. That likely suspect takes the crown when it comes to this perk, but it's a rapid fire frame, so you can't really compare the two. It's like comparing apples to oranges, but on Deliverance, Successful Warm-Up will make it feel kind of similar. My #1 pick for PvP roles is going to be Hammer Forge Projection Fuse, Heating Up, and Adrenaline Junkie. Let me know what you guys are using in PvP for this one down in the comments. When it comes to a lot of PvE content such as Nightfalls and Raids, in perk 1 we have some absolute bops. Demolitionist, Cornered, and Compulsive Reloader are all 3 going to be great options. Compulsive Reloader, this is probably the only time I would ever recommend this perk on any weapon, just because fusion rifles usually do what you need them to do in 1 or 2 shots, so you can just have it reload super quick if need be. Demolitionist is great, especially on Void Hunters, because getting a Void ability kill granting invisibility with Trapper's Ambush, if you use Vortex grenades, it's the best way to activate that, and with this weapon having Demolitionist, you get 10% of your grenade energy back when you kill an enemy, and if you kill a special enemy such as a yellow bar, it grants 20%. Synergize that with a lot of discipline or a fragment that grants grenade energy, or whatever you use to get your grenade back, definitely going to be a solid option. Cornered is great for activities where you always be in close proximity to your enemies. The Lightblade Nightfall comes to mind, as well as the Grasp of Avarice Dungeon. It activates within 15 meters, which isn't too far, and with this perk granting plus 100 milliseconds to the charge time, you're going to be spitting out more bolts faster than a Hive Knight throwing up a shield when you look at it. In perk 2, Chill Clip, Adrenaline Junkie, and Surrounded are going to be great options for PvE. I would personally say that Chill Clip is going to be top pick on Deliverance because it pairs so well with almost any build, especially stasis focused builds. 50 slow on enemies when you get a direct hit is nothing to laugh at. It's surprisingly great at ad control because it makes vortex grenades and suppression grenades able to hit more targets if they are all grouped up. I'm looking at you, Thrall. Chill Clip paired with Compulsive Reloader is great because you will always be able to have them moving at turtle speed with increased reload speed to proc Chill Clip on that top half of the magazine. Adrenaline Junkie is great because getting a kill with this weapon or a grenade kill will give bonus damage and handling, and you can also pair this with Demolitionist so that kills with this weapon grant you that grenade energy back. Adrenaline Junkie will put you all the way up to 33.3% damage with 5 stacks, which you can use on yellow bars that might need a little extra slap and power. The thing with Deliverance is that a lot of the perks in slot 1 have a perk in slot 2 that synergize with it almost perfectly. An example would be Demolitionist and Adrenaline Junkie, Cornered Surrounded. Depending on who you are, this could either be big poggers or push you to use another weapon with a slightly more diverse perk pool. It almost forces you to use this weapon one way or another. Either it's all grenades, all close range, or you're spending all of your time trying to take advantage of Kill Clip. Personally, I like it. I don't mind the, grenade focused one. I don't mind the reload focused one. I don't mind the close range. It's great. But on Deliverance for PvE, I'm gonna have to go with the grenade option because there's no possible way that this role will not work with the build that you're using. So Demolition Adrenaline Junkie is my #1 draft pick, but Chill Clip Compulsive Reloader is a strong second. You can mix and match these perks, but with this being a very finicky kinetic fusion rifle, I feel like the perk pool is a home run. Deliverance is going to be one of those weapons that you either love it or you hate it. I'm in the first camp because my Demolitionist Adrenaline Junkie role in PvE makes this precision frame fuse rifle feel so good. From the stats, the insane perk synergy, and the way this weapon can make even main ingredient look bad in PvP, this is one fusion rifle I'll be getting to know a little bit more. What do you guys think? Are you guys taking this into your favorite activities, or is this one not really doing it for you? Sound out from the comments. I have been JT Goonie, and I'll see you guys at the tower.